Are we back? Wait, why will I hit anyone? I'm not hitting anyone. Hi, back. Hello. ठीक है. Someone sent me a picture of my video with like them trying to zoom in towards written on the board and trying to make sense of it. The reason I even kept it up is because like you can't see and what's it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not telling you. Guess karo. Advanced enhancement technique. Okay, how are we feeling about the past 1.5-ish hour? क्या feel हो रहा है? Informed is not a feeling, man. Can you imagine you go like that emotion wheel and it's like I'm feeling happy, sad, informed. AP psych. You feeling it? Not super pumped about net. Oh, when looks like a dog with fine. This is fine, me, man. I know that I'm demotivated. Confusion. It's a feeling if you're far enough informed about my confusion. Yes. क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? Why you're like randomly naming like subjects? 6 developmental. What is this? Is this something I'm not aware of? Waiting for my dad to reveal we have generational wealth. This was a lesson all along. 0.5% of 18K sounds crazy. Feel nothing in particular on the whiteboard. How the heck did you all feel? How can you read that? If I pin myself, I can't see it. If I put on full screen, I can. Oh, it is visible. Damn it. रब करना पड़ेगा. Damn, my iPad का camera. We can zoom the video. How many hours of God pleasing is required? ठीक है. So overall, I'll say okayish to bad mood. Okay, leave my board alone now. Okay, people, relax. You got it. Okay. Why are you worrying? Tell me. Is there any reason to worry? Like, I know that there's so many resources, so many books, so many subjects to cover, and the fact that there's so many people. But are you alone? No. The only way you're going to reach your goal is if you're taking steps to walk towards it. And you are here taking that step. You are not reaching the tip of the mountain by just sitting in one place. It's only like one step after the other and you're taking it. So फिर क्यों डर? Why you worry? There's no reason to be worried. We are here to do that only. We've told you, right? NET is not a measure of your ability. But okay, we still have to clear it. We still have to get JRF. We'll do it. See, the competition is going to be everywhere now. You'd go for MPhil, you go for different exams like SATs and stuff. But it's not the smartest that clear NET. It's not the ones that go to the best college. It's not the one that speaks English the best. They have an advantage, but it's not them. It's the one who just sits and gets it done. Because net, I make this joke sometimes that net is the great equalizer. You could be the smartest person in the world, or you could be on the other end of the spectrum. You both have an equal chance of clearing net. चालू नहीं किया रुको. But that is net for you. So why you worry? You are here, we are here, and we've designed this whole course for you. We've designed this whole thing for you. Why? Because we know there's like an endless amount of resources and you can't get through all the books right now. You can't get through all of it. So might as well just come here, take the benefit, the lab of these JRF professors, these instructors who are there. We're also going to have MCQs on our website that is arranged topic wise, that is full length, and then we have notes. We are going to have different things just for you. क्यों डर रहे हो तुम? It will have your analytics where you can look at the easy, medium, hard, which you've gotten wrong, and your likelihood of clearing net. That's also something we're adding along with these live lectures. So why you worrying? We are putting our effort for you, and you are putting your effort for you. साथ में कर रहे, ठीक है? You feel like you don't understand something, कोई weak point है. I promise you, by the end of May, whatever weak point is there, we will make it go away. Okay. By the end of it, you will not think that I am bad at stats, I am bad at testing, at assessments, anything. That will go away. I promise you that, because with stats, I'm teaching you, I'm promising you that you will not be afraid of stats by the end of this. You look at factor analysis and not feel fear, but you feel, damn, that's so cool. ठीक है? So why you worried? क्यों डर रहे हो? साथ में करेंगे. ठीक है? Awesome. Are we feeling? Are we feeling optimistic? Are we feeling like we can do it? That's good. That's good. Remember, you're not going to clear net by the books are not going to get you there. The videos, even these lectures that we're doing, are not going to get you there. We're just like it's just like equipment that you carry with you, right? When you're going climbing a mountain, you get water with you, you get a bag with you, you get food or whatever. But the one who's doing the climbing is you. So none of us are going to get you there except for you. So let's do it. Okay, I'll call Sam on. Okay, you feeling optimistic? Give me a heart if you're feeling okay, we can do it. That's the spirit. Very nice. Okay, I'll call Sam on and we start recording. We'll cover, see, we're doing Sam for till tomorrow because he is not available after that. So we've kept the first few days with Sam and the other instructors and all. So the answer is now. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay. Sam, I'm making you co-host. Yeah. Can you also start recording once I do that?
Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Anjani's chair. Hello. How are you guys doing? Good now? Don't worry. We have time. We have space. Where am I going? I'm here only. Don't worry. Okay. Can I see some of you before we start? Just turn on your videos if possible. Hello, Tushar. Hi, Anjani. Hi, Pavni. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Divyanshi. Hi, Akanksha. Hi, Eti. Hi, Harnaz. Chalo. Are we ready? I know yesterday was a little bit rushed. Aj we'll go over a little bit of that, not much, and then we will start today's PPT. Okay. Let me start recording. Yes. Let me share my screen. Wait, this is day 3. Let me show today's. Are things being shared? Okay, great. Can you guys see the slide? We have started recording. We have started annotating. Everything is well. सबको दिख रहा है? अरे फिर से डे 3 शेयर हो रहा है. Okay, now it's switched. Great. Don't worry. We had fun yesterday. We have to have fun today also. ठीक है, इतना टेंशन लेने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. ठीक है, हो जाएगा. सबका क्लियर होगा. सबका क्लियर होगा. पॉसिबली नहीं क्लियर नहीं होगा. कैसे नहीं होगा? आप पढ़ोगे बिल्कुल क्लियर होगा. ठीक है. Okay. So we went through all of this. You also, I think we went through. Horney, we did not have a lot of time for. I'll just explain this. I think we talked about the journey of the shoots, right? So we'll talk about this and we will maybe do some MCQs and then we will go to day 3. Okay. All right. Are we ready? Should we start? Oh. Yeah, UGC is, don't worry, सबको मिलेगा JRF. क्या JRF का क्यों चाहिए ये भी सोचो. JRF का बचा डालोगे क्या? You want to become a professor, you want to become a counseling psychologist, therapist. कोई टेंशन मत लो. हॉर्ना के बारे में पढ़ते हैं. Feminist psychoanalyst, don't call her a new Freudian, debunked Freud's theory of penis envy, gave the concept of womb envy. Okay, great gal. Let's see what she said. She said, as we discussed yesterday, can you please go to the previous slide? Okay, this one. What do you want to see here? We'll come to it. Don't worry. Don't worry. है हमारे पास time. Okay. Yes. Horney said the indifference of parents is the basic evil. ठीक है. Imagine a child is just born, newly born into society. ठीक है. अभी अभी पैदा हुआ है. The child does not know what is around them. The child is crying continuously. And in that state, if the parent caregiver ignores the child, that is known as the basic evil. Got it? We also have to understand कि only indifference से pathology होगी ऐसा नहीं. Even adoration, overindulgence, overprotectiveness, perfectionism will harm the infant. Infant, I'm saying. ठीक है. The infant does not even know these words, but it will harm the infant. Okay? How will it harm the infant? Overprotectiveness will not allow the infant to fail. So how will it learn to be on its own? Okay? We'll study that today also. ठीक है. अब ये जो एंजाइटी आपको जो आज थोड़ी सी फील हुई, what is that called? The feeling that you are alone in an unfriendly and frightening world is the basic anxiety. Okay. Horney said an infant can react to this with 3 things. Either compliance, which is moving towards people. Matlab, you seek affection, you seek love, right? You can have bad reaction to it also. Or it can be, say, basic hostility, which is aggression, moving against people. So you will be angry, aggressive, destructive, violent. right? So that reaction is also possible. Have you seen children get violent? Small babies hitting their parents like anything. है ना, कहाँ से आ रहा है ये एंगर? वी थिंक यार नहीं बच्चे ऐसे ही कर रहे हैं, ऐसे ही मतलब क्या? Basic evil, basic anxiety, they are not able to tolerate. That is why this response is coming out. Okay. And then withdrawal, which is moving away from people. Okay? You are not in, you are cutting off contact. Right? नीचे राइट में आपको दिख रहा होगा छोटा सा सवाल है. There's a small question which I want all of you to answer. Okay. Out of these three, which one are you? बताओ. Okay. Withdrawal. Moving away. Okay. Withdrawal. Hostility, mix, withdrawal, compliance, depends on the mood. Excellent. Combination, everything, withdrawal, compliance. Excellent. None of these, excellent. Withdrawal fluctuates, excellent. कैसा है ना? Can I be both compliance and withdrawal? Yeah, what a sweet question, you know. Alicia is asking me, can they be both compliance and withdrawal? Sorry, you are the person. How can I tell you what you can be? It's not possible. Okay. But to answer, you can adopt different positions in different situations. Okay. But in pathology, in neurosis, you will stick to one, right? So, what will happen when you have a mental illness is that you will not be able to go beyond any one of these, right? That's exactly what it means, that it is not mutually exclusive. You can be multiple, right? Individual is larger than excellent, yes. Okay. And that creates the basic conflict, which is if you have, say, a mental illness and you have chosen one, the only anger, that anger is going to create conflict with who you actually are. You are not an angry person, actually, right? But all you can express is anger. So this becomes the basic conflict. Got it? सबको clear है, right? Okay. Are we feeling better now? Calmer? कैसा लग रहा है सबको? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Great. Amazing. All right. In 2 minutes we will start today's slide. उसके पहले जल्दी से MCQs कर लेते हैं. Okay. बताओ. Quickly. Thank you, Sia. Excellent. Archetypes are propagated through cultural transmission. Correct. Next question. ये बताओ. यार तुम लोग टेंशन क्यों ले रहे थे, मुझे ये बताओ पहले. MCQ तो सबसे ही होता है सब लोगों पे. Why are you guys worried if you're solving everything correctly? You are the people who are going to get the NET and the JRF. Others should be worried. Okay. You are going to take AI's jobs. AI is not going to take your job. Okay. A is the correct answer. Depressive position. ठीक है, आज हम पढ़ेंगे. Don't worry. मक्खन लगा रहे हो, मुझे क्या मिलेगा मक्खन लगा के? आप सही जवाब दे रहे हो, उसमें मैं मक्खन लगा रहा हूँ. टेक द कॉम्प्लीमेंट खुशी. ओके. ग्रेट, सबने सही जवाब दिया है. बूम भी. ये बताओ. You had gone over this yesterday. लैंग्वेज में फंसा दिया है. ऐसी लैंग्वेज यूज करते हैं ये लोग. Primary process gives rise to the impulse of the id. Okay. Primary process gives rise to the impulse of the id. Secondary process, which is the ego's process, brings back the impulse of the id. इट्स फाइन, ठीक है, वो कंफ्यूज करेंगे थोड़ा, नो वरीज। चलो, आई थिंक लास्ट क्वेश्चन। Who gave the concept of enantiodromia? चलो गेस करते हैं। ओके, तो ये मैंने डाला ही था, सो आई कैन टीच इट टूवर्ड्स दी एंड। ओके, टू कॉन्सेप्ट्स, वेरी सिंपल, 1 मिनट में पढ़ाऊंगा, ठीक है, ध्यान दो, राइट, पे अटेंशन हियर। इक्विवेलेंस is a concept given by Carl Jung. Okay, equivalence. What does equivalence say? Equivalence says psychic energy can neither be created nor destroyed. ये सुना है आपने? Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. This is the concept of equivalence of Jung, right? That psychic energy cannot be created nor can it be destroyed, right? If it cannot be created or destroyed, it will come out in one manner or the other. If a woman who is not who's not allowed to cry in her own house cannot feel sadness, they will not develop MDD. Depressive disorder नहीं होगा उनको, उनको घुटना दर्द होगा. There will be a psychosomatic manifestation of depression. That psychic energy is coming out here. Okay, this is equivalence. सबको समझ गया? Clear? Enantiodromia क्या है? बड़ा शब्द है, कुछ इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं. Enantiodromia says, again given by Jung only, that this energy that we spoke of, it has a valence. Valence मतलब positive या negative charge. Okay. Enantiodromia says that in due time, your energy will be manifested in its opposite direction. मतलब एग्जाम्पल से 1 सेकंड में क्लियर होने वाला है अभी. The person that you love the most might become the person that you hate the most. Okay, so this is enantiodromia. इतना छोटा कॉन्सेप्ट है, सबको पता है, बट इट जस्ट मतलब थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स कर देते हैं. क्लियर? आंसर इज कार्डियो. ओके, ग्रेट, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बेयरिंग विथ मी. अभी डे 3. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट डे 3. some of my favorite people on day 3. Can you repeat again one more example? Yes, sure. Splitting in BPD, no. Does it also go from negative to positive? Yes, it also goes from negative to positive. Enantiodromia, idealization, degradation, comparable maybe. I'll give you one more example. Okay. And then you give me one more example. Right? If you are really angry at someone, really, really angry, in due time, does that anger not come out as guilt? Sometimes, of course, sometimes. सबके लिए applicable नहीं है. Right? It's not inevitable. It's not a tendency. It happens in some people. Jung gave a word to it. Okay. ठीक है. Okay. Come back. Come back. Now we'll start day 3. Okay. Fun. चलो, should we start? अब क्लियर हो गया सबके लिए? एक्सीलेंट. ओके, डे 3 ऑल्सो आई थिंक एमसीक्यूज से ही स्टार्ट करते हैं, बट आई थिंक इजी रहेगा. बताओ, ये तो 1 मिनट में हो जाएगा. टेल मी. एक्सीलेंट, एक्सीलेंट, एक्सीलेंट. Okay, two reasons I've put this question. Okay, the first reason is, if net asks you this question, the answer can be A, right? अगर नेट ने पूछा ये सवाल, तो उत्तर जो है, उचित उत्तर, करेक्ट आंसर कैन बी ए, which is pyramid. But actually, Maslow did not organize his hierarchy in any shape or form. उसने बस दिया था hierarchy. So the answer actually is none of the above. Okay, ठीक है. A in net. Yes, nice. Okay, next question quickly. Very easy again, I think. एक्सीलेंट, सबने सही जवाब दिया यार. Rarely I have to explain any question. Very good. ये बताओ, ये तो आज पढ़ाऊंगा मैं. डोंट वरी. गेस करते हैं. गेस गेस. बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. ईगो वाज एवर प्रेजेंट. अरे कहाँ गए तुम लोग? कांट सी यू गाइस. अच्छा, इसके वजह से. नाउ यू हैव. Excellent, excellent. I'll explain all of this. Don't worry. ये बताओ. I think I've solved this question somewhere. Great, great. Okay, quickly, last question. Quickly. Don't read all of these fair brain and all. सिंपल क्वेश्चन को समझो एंड गेस करो. सबका सही जवाब आ रहा है अब तक. एक्सीलेंट, एक्सीलेंट. ओके, ऑलराइट. वी सॉल्व 5 MCQs इन 2 minutes. है ना? ग्रेट जॉब. चलो, don't worry now. You have already started preparing. This is your preparation for NET. Okay. Don't think that, oh, how will I study? When will I study? How will I stay? Or when will I solve MCQs? You are doing it right now. 10 MCQ ऑलरेडी सॉल्व कर लिया हमने. उसमें से 8-9 आपके सही थे. ठीक है. So this is the preparation, right? Okay. Should we start? Are you guys ready for one of my favorite topics? Let's start. Object relations. What is object relations? सबसे पहले ऑब्जेक्ट क्या होता है और दूसरा रिलेशंस क्या होता है. अब इसमें से आपको क्या पता है? रिलेशंस पता है या ऑब्जेक्ट पता है या दोनों पता है? Just wanted to confirm the timing since it's about to get 8. I'll close in 5-10 minutes. Don't worry. We'll pick up tomorrow. ठीक है. I won't overextend. बहुत थक जाओगे नहीं तो. अरे बताओ, जल्दी बताओ. Which word do you want to explain first? ऑब्जेक्ट पता है या रिलेशंस? ऑब्जेक्ट. एक्सीलेंट. दोनों पता है. ठीक है, फिर हम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे जाते हैं. कुछ नहीं पता. बहुत बढ़िया. बहुत वेरी गुड. आई लव ऑनेस्ट आंसर्स. ओके. रिलेशंस तो सबको पता है. ठीक है. सो एनीवन हु सेड नहीं पता इज लाइंग, बिकॉज यू हैव रिलेशंस विद एवरीबॉडी, राइट? व्हाट इज आवर रिलेशन राइट नाउ? फ्रेंड्स, टीचर्स, स्टूडेंट, व्हाटएवर. ओके. सो रिलेशंस यू नो ऑलरेडी. व्हाट इज ऑब्जेक्ट? ऑब्जेक्ट, एज यू कैन सी सबसे नीचे, is an internal representation of something external. Now that can be this coffee cup also, right? That can be this AC remote also. That can be this ball also, right? My sister is outside the room. That can be my sister also. My sister has an internal representation. I have an internal representation of my sister in my mind. Correct or not? You have an internal representation of your sibling in your mind. Correct or not? That is an object. Okay? That's it. Another person or another thing's internal representation in your mind. Okay. For example, say a teacher you met for one day or 2-3 days, right? They have made an internal representation in your mind. They might be a different person in real life. Correct? When you think of me, there is an internal representation you have. So you and me have an object relation. Correct? Okay. Understood? Okay. Now, the core notion of object relations theory is that an internal world populated by self, its objects, and the relationships between them. Now, is this sentence absolutely clear? Because we know objects also, self also, and relationships also. You have an internal world, right? When you think of yourself, you think of other people, there's an internal world you have. Bachelors में when you entered, did you not think, ये groupism कर रहा है मेरे साथ? Why did they not call me for the birthday party? Do they not like me? Oh, I don't like that person, I will not call them. Do not have a object relation of your aunt in your mind कि ये बुआ best है, right? So your internal world, studying that is known as object relations theory, right? Left में are small drawings from my notes. Simple concepts are dyadic relations and triadic relations. Dyadic relations is I am teaching you, you are listening, you are teaching me, I am listening. One to one, two people is dyadic, right? What is triadic relations? As you can see in the picture, there's a therapist and there's a client. And there's a third present in the room, which is the mother. Now, is the mother actually present in the therapy room? Yes or no? Quickly, very quickly. No, actually, थोड़ी present है. But is your mom not with you everywhere you go? When you are out partying with your friends, does a voice not speak to you in your mother's voice? Ki, no, you should go back early. No, you should not do this. Or does your mom not motivate you when you're in a difficult period? That you've got this, it's okay. So who's present? The object relation is present in the room. So it becomes a triadic relationship. Client ka thought bubble I have made, right? Because in the client's mind also, there is a relation they have with their mother. Just I have a object relation with my sister that I just explained. So the client knows the woman as a mother, right? The client does not know the woman as a sister or a friend, right? So that representation is present in the mother is present in the room. The mother might be a teacher also. Is the teacher present in the room? No, the mother is present. ठीक है, excellent. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Okay. Let me just confirm. Mm, Okay. I'll take 5 more minutes. We'll start climb, and then tomorrow we will pick up from there. Yeah. Okay. Let's come to Melanie Klein. Melanie Klein, again, one of the greats, right? Melanie Klein, again, one of the greatest analysts ever present. I'll tell you an interesting hierarchy. बहुत interesting fact बताता हूँ मैं. Klein was the client of an analyst called Sandor Ferenczi. Okay. ठीक है? So Sandor Ferenczi, analyst, Klein was the client. Okay. Today or tomorrow, we're also going to study Winnicott, Donald Winnicott. Winnicott was Klein's patient. Okay. Again, great analysts. Okay. Another analyst called Masood Khan was Winnicott's patient. And Klein's nephew or son was Winnicott's patient. And Winnicott was Klein's patient. You see how these relations have become very weird, right? So this is what happened. If you read about Masood Khan, very interesting. Masood Khan knew. Masood Khan and Winnicott had a very close relationship, which was personal, not professional. They broke boundaries. They were friends. Masood Khan knew that Winnicott can never help him because the boundary has been broken. Right? That is why he went to Winnicott. Because he did not want to get better, he wanted to feel better. And towards the end of Masood Khan's career, he fell prey to alcoholism. He had conjugal relations with his clients, and it was a very tragic ending. He knew if he went to, say, Klein or another analyst, he would get better, but he did not want that. He wanted connection. Okay, चलो fun fact ठीक है. Klein पे वापस आते हैं, right? Melanie Klein. Melanie Klein का today we are going to study the concept of positions. Okay, what positions? Are we talking about wicket keeper? Are we talking about goalkeeper, quarterback? No. but similar, we can imagine them. Okay, but हम विकेट कीपर की तो बात बिल्कुल नहीं कर रहे, right? Goalkeeper, quarterback, we're not talking about these positions. Then what are we talking about? Okay, chalo, let's start. Pay attention now. Yesterday we talked about a small baby. Let's name that baby X. Okay, small infant who was crying, right? This infant is experiencing a kind of anxiety. If Horney described this anxiety, Horney would say, which anxiety is this? Basic anxiety, right? This basic anxiety, Horney would say, the child infant is feeling because it's feeling alone, frightened in the world, right? Klein would say that that infant is feeling anxious because of the death instinct. Remember death instinct we talked about? Eros, Thanatos, all of that, aggression, destructiveness, all of that. Remember, it's coming back. आ रहा है, याद आ रहा है? Okay. Death instinct. Imagine a small infant of 1 month feeling dist- that force of destructiveness within them. Would that not make them feel anxious? They would feel, yeah, this death instinct would kill me only. It would annihilate me, right? That's annihilation anxiety. Okay. Now, what are positions? First of all, most important thing, positions developmental stages name, right? They are not developmental stages. You do not go through them one stage after the other and gain something and then you have succeeded or won that stage. ऐसा नहीं है. Okay. Positions you do not just undergo, you have passed and then you've outgrown that position. Positions are attempts of the ego to reduce anxiety. Infant is feeling anxiety, right? Infant is feeling anxiety. Ego is present in the infant since birth, says Melanie Klein. Freud said no. Ego comes out of the id later on. Klein said nahi bhai. Ego is present from the birth. Ego is attempting to reduce the infant's anxiety. And how is it reducing anxiety? It is reducing anxiety by creating characteristic, specific self-object relationships. Okay, इसका क्या मीनिंग है? Last 2-3 words that I just uttered. What is the first object relation of every human's life? Excellent. Who is calming the baby down? Who is reducing the anxiety? The mother, right? So the ego is reducing anxiety through creating a relationship with the self and the mother. Understood? And these position, this attempt is known as a position. Okay. Position matlab anxiety. There will be an anxiety. Ego will put a defense. And that defense would be added on with an object relation. Okay. Okay. I'll explain again. Don't worry. कोई टेंशन नहीं. Okay. आराम से समझो. I will explain again. ठीक है. At what point does become a sudden transition? I'll come to that. Niyati. Don't worry. I'll come to that. बच्चा अकेला एक रूम में रो रहा है. A small infant is crying. Okay. When does it stop crying? When the mother comes in the room and coos the baby, talks to the baby in a baby voice, swings the baby around, feeds the baby, right? This is happening physically in the external world, correct? Internal world में क्या हो रहा है is what we are talking about here. When the baby is feeling anxious, our ego is attempting to reduce this anxiety. And how is it reducing this anxiety? By creating a relationship with the mother. Line is saying relationships are reducing anxiety. Okay, great. चलो क्लियर. नाउ इज एवरीथिंग क्लियर? अभी और क्लियर होने वाला है, डोंट वरी. बट अब तक सब क्लियर है सबके लिए, एवरी सिंगल. एक को भी क्लियर नहीं होगा तो मुझे बताओ, आई विल एक्सप्लेन अगेन. No problem. Okay. Chalo, excellent. Okay. Now we will talk about the first position. Okay. What is the first position? The first position is the paranoid schizoid position. Okay. That's Melanie Klein, by the way, if you can see, right? The first position is the paranoid schizoid position. Pretty sad, I would say. Look at the sadness in her eyes, man. Yes. Paranoid schizoid position. Okay. The paranoid schizoid position is present in the first 3 months of the infant's life. Okay. ऐसा है क्या after 3 months this will never come back again? No, this is not a developmental stage. We've learned that. This position can get reactivated later in life when a big life event happens. You've gotten into an accident, your first breakup, you've मम्मी पापा ने डांट दिया बहुत जोर से थप्पड़ मार दी so it can come back. Okay. Now what is this position? What is the paranoid schizoid position? Right? Your we've discussed the abhi tak what we've discussed. I'll sum it up. Infant in the first 3 months is feeling a little anxious from the death instinct. Correct? Correct or not? Yes. Okay. I'll end here then. We'll do this tomorrow. Okay. ठीक है ना? ठीक है. It's 8:10. We can pick up tomorrow also. No worries. यहाँ तक I hope everything is clear, right? How are we feeling now? Everybody's feeling good? Okay. This is recorded. That's a good point. Shannon, should I stop now? Mhm. Um, चलो ठीक है नहीं I think you've been sitting in one place and listening for so long. We can pick up tomorrow and no need. We'll complete line. Why are you worried? Where am I going? We'll do it. Okay. Chalo. Okay. Thank you so much for listening so intently, for responding so quickly, for interacting so honestly. And yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope you learned